today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh,
There'd be a whole lot of screaming going on.
yeah, but not. Well, it's not. It's not. What do I put? How do I put this? It's not undeserved.
Oh no, the
Like,
screaming, it's not us doing the screaming
Yeah.
today. Now,
It's not us doing the screaming. It's the bad people doing the screaming.
yeah. Well, it's like, oldest kid did not get to come home today as anticipated because there was a potassium issue. But if he's still having an issue, he needs to stay where he's supposed to get help.
There was a potassium issue.
Yes. Yes, there was. Yes. And it's as far as the screaming, this is like watching, somebody else compared it to like watching sports. Only it's more exciting because it's not just that you're a spectator. Everybody is an active participant, whether you wanted to be or not. And it's coming out that everybody has been participating, whether they wanted to or not.
Mm-hmm.
And Grok created the picture that we have today, which is, God bless, and I have said this lots, the white hat weaponized autisms. Because, a lot of times people discount some of the very brilliant computer folks. Because a lot of times they're not necessarily around them. They just, make all these snarky remarks and different things like that. And especially people that are older, because it's a new world. The genie is out of the bottle. This is not going away unless there is a massive CME, which could, kill out all the internet and everything like that.
Everything.
But with the age of Aquarius, that's probably not going to happen.
A CME?
Because it's the technology and different things like that.
Then what could happen?
The technology, and it's a matter of how we choose to use it. Do we
technology
use it
could
for
wipe us
good,
out?
or do we use it for the forces of evil?
So what you're saying is that the technology itself could wipe us out.
It is a tool. That is not what I'm saying at all. I mean, it's like we've had technologies that could have wiped us out for years.
If it's misused.
Well, nuclear.
A nuclear, I don't even know if that's supposed to be a thing. I don't think that's something that we are meant to mess with.
Doesn't matter. It is. There's a lot of things we shouldn't have messed with that simply are. And it's a matter of what do we do with it now. There's a lot of us that have inherited a lot of really crap things. What do we do with them? And so being on X has just been incredible. And if you're not there, you're missing out. That's all I can say. You're just missing out. And there was an organization that was called USAID, USAID, that was supposed to send, supposed to be doing wonderful things. And the things that was being done is money laundering.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of people that had known that for a very long time. But Elon Musk and DOGE, which stands for the Department of Government Efficiency, because Elon, God love him, he is a master troll.
He is.
I adore him.
It's funny that... So is that Department of Efficiency... Is that his making, or has that always been a thing?
No, that is a new thing. It is only supposed to last 18 months.
Okay.
And what it is, it's about government efficiency. And what has been uncovered has been this huge amount of scandal and misuse of taxpayer funds. You've got all these people that were benefiting from this grift that are screaming loudly because they know that they can't hide anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the team of kids, and God, that is just because the world is as it is. Somebody had doxed these kids. One of them, I think, is 19. And they are brilliant.
They big brain. Big brain.
One of the kids that's working on the team, from my understanding, and I don't have their names pulled up, But he had designed a way, he had figured out a way. They had these charred remains of tablets, of scrolls, that had been inside of a jar that had gone through Pompeii.
Ooh.
And that he figured out a way to use AI. They knew that they could use like a CT scan and stuff to see what was written on the scrolls to a degree, but he figured out to use the AI to where he could actually find out what was written.
Which is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for when all that stuff is released as far as what was written on the scrolls.
And so they've got these kids figuring out some of this stuff, and it is amazing to sit and whoever designed this convoluted computer system to try to hide this stuff. These kids are just, they look at it because they were born for such a time as this.
Or they're like, okay, why is it hidden? It shouldn't be hidden.
Oh no, they can crack that stuff in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hidden, and so they're finding it and releasing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Coffee slurp. So it's incredible, and that instead of hiding the results, because these kids, a lot of them are Gen Z, it automatically goes online. Before anybody has a chance to sit there and go, oh, no, it isn't, it's released.
Yeah.
For those of us that lived through as far as WikiLeaks, and I truly wish that they would pardon Julian Assange. I do. I think he deserves a full pardon. That man went through hell.
They haven't pardoned him?
No. And it just was incredible during that period of time for the corruption and the just horrors to come out, and what they did to this man, which was just torture for years. And I would like to see him vindicated at some point. And the amount that has been uncovered within just days is stunning. And as far as allowing them access to the IRS next,
Ooh.
That's coming. So, honestly, light is being shown on the works of darkness right now. Yeah. That is what the light that we are created to be, the light of God that we are created to be, that's what we're supposed to do, is expose the works of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
But that some of these people that are evil, that had doxed those kids, and there's a lot of people, it's like, hey, you know, if y'all need somebody to watch, would I stand watch over those kids? In a heartbeat. There was one of the guys that Sean Hendricks, he had volunteered. I know that as far as possibly Cajun Navy, some of these people like that. There are so many people that are qualified that would be willing to just volunteer to protect these young men.
Mm-hmm. Which they do need to be protected.
Oh, I'm sure that they've got somebody taking care of them. And those that are screaming and squalling, and it's just like, it's enjoyable. I don't usually have the audio on some of those clips because I just don't. I don't need to hear those that are guilty screaming, but just the looks on their faces.
Mm-hmm. And them trying to do that.
You can see the fear.
And them try to do that fucking rally shit.
It's just the fear in their eyes is glorious. And I know that one of the gentlemen today that's like, we got to be patient, we got to be kind. And I'm like, look, I'm all for giving people compassion and empathy and forgiveness. But it's also those of us that were on this receiving end that had our noses rubbed in shit for years. Some of us are just burnt.
Yeah, rightfully so.
And when you are in a battle, and as far as the enemy, give no quarter. None.
None. What does that mean, give no
That
quarter?
means that you do not harbor the enemy. And this is something people seem to forget. A lot of people have not been trained as far as battle and warfare and stuff like that. No. There was a reason that Trump always used that example, that story about the snake. And we are in the year of the snake now.
You're the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Oof, serpentine. I don't know what that means, serpentine. That's what
Snake-like. So it's incredible to watch. Like I said, if you do not have X, I urge you, just for the show. I mean, if you want to know certain ones, you don't have to subscribe to or follow anybody else other than certain ones. You can actually be very selective who you follow over there. But that is where you're going to get the news first. And that was another thing that was uncovered, was how this is convoluted. They were using taxpayer monies to fund some of these left-leaning news outlets such as Politico and Reuters and some other ones.
CNN.
And that it was, no, that wasn't one of them at this point, to spread propaganda. Not only had they done it in this country, but they did it in other countries. It's just incredible.
Oh.
This was something that those of us that, like I said, the many notches on the tinfoil hats have been saying for a long time. There's vindication.
Yes.
And at some point, I would pray that Alex Jones gets vindication.
Hopefully soon he does. I mean, he's already beat how many court cases?
It's still up in the air, but I mean, he needs to be given back every dime and then some.
Every dime, because they targeted his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a vindictive thing that they
Absolutely. All this stuff has been vindictive. And it's all coming out and it's blowing up in their faces. And I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm. So
There's
this was... Huh?
I found out something about McDonald's, but I can't tell you because it's alleged.
Yeah, done. Anyhow, this was just a small something. Hopefully I'll get to pick up oldest kid tomorrow. My energy level is just like... Everybody's having paranormal and supernatural. Everybody. You want to tell them where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. You can also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda COCWS.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.